Hi everybody, Professor Christina here, and today we're going to talk about marketing automation that's smart, not spammy. We've all been victims of bad marketing automation. Those generic dear valued customer emails that arrive at the worst possible times, the chatbots that can't understand simple questions, the retargeting ads that follow you around the internet like a persistent salesperson who won't take no for an answer. But AI-powered automation can be different. It can feel personal, relevant, and genuinely helpful. Today we'll explore how to implement automation that enhances customer relationships rather than damaging them. The secret and the difference between good and bad automation isn't the technology, it's the philosophy behind it. Bad automation treats customers like conversion targets. Good automation treats customers like individual humans with unique needs, preferences, and contexts. Think about the difference between a pushy car salesperson and a knowledgeable concierge. The salesperson wants to sell you something whether you need it or not. The concierge wants to help you solve a problem or achieve a goal. AI automation should be more like the concierge. Here's how this plays out in practice. Amazon's recommendation engine doesn't just try to sell you more products. It tries to predict what you actually need or want. When you buy a camera, it might suggest a memory card, not because it's trying to increase order value, but because people who buy cameras usually need memory cards. The automation provides genuine value. Context-aware automation becomes possible with AI's analytical capabilities. Instead of sending the same message to everyone who meets certain criteria, AI can customize timing, content, and channel based on individual customer behavior patterns. Spotify's Discover Weekly playlist exemplifies this. Their AI analyzes not just what music you like, but when you typically listen to new music, how adventurous your musical tastes are, and even your current listening context. The automation feels personal because it's based on deep understanding of individual preferences and behaviors. Customer journey automation becomes more sophisticated when AI can identify where customers are in their decision-making process and provide appropriate support. It's like having a GPS that doesn't just show directions, but suggests the best stops along the way based on your interests and schedule. Salesforce's AI can identify when B2B prospects are showing buying signals, downloading multiple resources, visiting pricing pages, or engaging with sales content. Instead of generic nurturing sequences, prospects receive relevant information that addresses their specific stage in the buying process. Here's a concrete example. A prospect who downloads a technical white paper gets follow-up content about implementation best practices. A prospect who visits the pricing page gets case studies about ROI. A prospect who attends a webinar gets an invitation to a relevant demo. Same automation system, completely different experiences based on individual behavior. Frequency and timing optimization prevents automation from becoming annoying. AI can learn individual preference patterns, when customers are most likely to engage, how often they want to hear from you, and which communication channels they prefer. Airbnb's AI learned that travelers have different communication preferences during different phases of their journey. Before booking, they want inspiring content and travel ideas. After booking, they want practical information about their destination. During their trip, they want minimal communication unless there's an urgent issue. The automation adapts to these natural rhythms. Personalization goes far beyond inserting names into email subject lines. AI can customize content, offers, recommendations, and even the overall customer experience based on individual preferences and predicted needs. Netflix doesn't just personalize their content recommendations. They personalize the artwork for each recommendation. Again, if you watch a lot of romantic comedies, you'll see different movie posters than someone who prefers action films. Same movie, presented differently based on your predicted preferences. But here's where human oversight becomes crucial. AI can optimize for engagement metrics, but humans need to ensure that optimization efforts align with customer experience goals and brand values. Sometimes the most engaging message isn't the most appropriate message. During the early days of the pandemic, many AI systems continued sending travel promotions because they were optimized for click-through rates. It took human intervention to recognize that automated travel marketing was tone deaf during lockdowns, regardless of its engagement performance in the past. Trust building through automation requires transparency and control. Customers should understand why they are receiving specific messages, and they should have easy ways to modify their preferences or opt out entirely. Patagonia's email automation includes clear explanations. They say, "You're receiving this because you browsed our hiking gear," or "We thought you'd be interested in this because you bought a winter jacket last year." This transparency builds trust rather than creating confusion about why customers are receiving specific messages. Smart automation feels like helpful assistance rather than pushy sales tactics. It anticipates customer needs, respects individual preferences, and provides genuine value at the right time and place. The key insight: AI automation should amplify human empathy and understanding, not replace it. The most successful automated experiences feel personal, relevant, and helpful, like having a thoughtful friend who remembers your preferences and looks out for your